Hi, I'm Bill Walters from East Central Indiana's Regional Planning District. In 2022, we were awarded an Environmental Protection Agency grant for $500,000 to address Phase 1, Phase 2, and cleanup assessments in Delaware County. This grant also had emphasis in 3 neighborhoods we have: Whiteley, McKinley, and Industry neighborhoods. Out of this grant, we formed an Environmental Justice Steering Committee that would look into each of these 3 areas and would be over and in control of how the grant money was spent and on what projects it was spent on. Let's check in with them and see what their progress is today.
Exciting new developments are planned for the communities of Whiteley, McKinley, and Industry. Federal funding has been allocated to evaluate properties particular in these 3 communities to identify and clean up any contamination from previous business operations. This will pave the way for redevelopment that meets the desires and needs of community members, fostering new energy and expanding development possibilities in these areas.
My name is Ken Hudson. I'm standing here at the site of the Whiteley Community Council's redevelopment project. I'm the executive director for the Whiteley Community Council, which is the Whiteley Neighborhood Association. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the Environmental Justice Committee. That is a committee that has the responsibility of doing brownfield assessments on properties in 3 specific neighborhoods, as well as properties outside of those neighborhoods. We're talking about the Whiteley neighborhood, the Industry neighborhood, and the McKinley neighborhood. We'll show you a couple of sites and hope that you will get involved by sending us additional sites and addresses and helping us get in contact with owners of buildings that could be possibly contaminated so that we can do the work of assessing those properties and putting them back into good use in our communities. And we are standing on a corner of Centennial and MLK, where the neighborhood has identified a few sites that could have potential hazards in the groundwater or in the soil. The goal of our Environmental Justice Committee is to assess sites like this and put them back into good use for the residents and for business owners. Now, what we want from our community is to help us identify business owners and addresses where we can spend dollars to help with projects like this. This only improves the quality of the neighborhood and the quality of life for residents in the neighborhood, as well as we can help with funding Phase 1 environmental studies. A Phase 1 environmental study for someone purchasing a property like this gives them legal protections against any contamination that may exist in the groundwater or the soil. Those things we can pay for through grant dollars given to us through the EPA.
We want to bring more services and needed recreation to our communities.
This is Rich Ivy here with Gretchen Cheeseman. We're both members of the Brownfield Committee, and the city wants these communities to have schools, businesses, and homes and services that residents want and the best that Muncie has to offer.
If you're interested in having your property have a brownfield assessment done on it, or there is a property of concern that you would like special emphasis to be put on, you're welcome to call me at 765-808-1484. You can also reach me by email at bbookout@ecirpd.org. I want to send a special thank you to all the important community members making up the Environmental Justice Committee who are part of this and represent the neighborhoods. Thank you to all of them. I want to thank Bill Walters in the Regional Planning District for having the grant as a component of their organization. Also, I want to thank Yolanda Boucher with the Technical Assistance Brownfields for all of her work in helping to put this program and video together.